Glenmore Reservoir is one of Calgary's most scenic urban outdoor areas, a peaceful lake-like reservoir located in the city's southwest. Surrounded by parks, forests, and paved pathways, it's a favorite spot for walking, cycling, kayaking, sailing, and wildlife watching. Built in 1933 to provide Calgary with drinking water, the reservoir now doubles as a major recreation hub. Visitors can explore the Glenmore Dam, enjoy views of the Rocky Mountains on clear days, and wander through heritage sites like the Glenmore Sailing Club, Heritage Park Historical Village, and Weaselhead Flats, a protected natural area packed with birdlife and native plants. To walk the full round of Glenmore Reservoir is to follow a living circle of time. Each step is a page, each season a chapter, written on the water's edge. In spring, the path wakes first. Ice sighs and cracks open, letting the reservoir breathe again. Willows glow in soft green, and the wind smells of thawed earth. Geese return like old travelers, calling across the sky, and every turn of the trail feels like a promise beginning to unfold.
Baby, I know all your secrets, but you tell me stupid lies. Oh, you think you can escape now and got it all just figured out. You can fake it through the ceiling to the roof.
Summer arrives in full, warm strides. The sun shimmers on the water like scattered gold. Sailboats drift quietly in the distance, and cyclists hum past as if carried by the season itself. The forested sections become cool corridors of shade, where birds sing unseen and the reservoir feels endless. A blue mirror following you with every curve of the trail. The wild rose, Rosa acicularis, has been the official provincial flower of Alberta since 1930. It's a hardy, fragrant pink blossom that grows naturally across the province, from forest edges and river valleys to mountain foothills and prairie grasslands. With 5 soft petals and a bright golden center, the wild rose is simple but unforgettable. It blooms from late spring into early summer, filling the air with a light, sweet scent. Its thorny stems, delicate color, and resilience in harsh climates make it a perfect symbol of Alberta's spirit. Beautiful, enduring, and quietly strong. Beyond its appearance, the wild rose has deep roots in Indigenous culture and Alberta's history. Its petals were used for tea, its hips for vitamin-rich medicine, and its branches for practical purposes. Even today, hikers often pause to admire these flowers along Alberta's trails, a small reminder of nature's gentleness tucked into rugged landscapes. The wild rose isn't just a flower. It's a part of Alberta's identity, a living emblem that returns every year to mark the start of summer on the prairies. There are many wildflowers along the trails of Glenmore Reservoir beyond Alberta's iconic wild rose. Blue flax, Siberian pea shrub, and other seasonal blooms line the paths, adding soft color and life to the landscape. Together, they transform summer walks into a beautiful and enjoyable experience, where every step is accompanied by color, fragrance, and the quiet presence of nature. South Glenmore Park is home to the Variety Children's Park, an inclusive playground and water park. South Glenmore also houses the Glenmore Sailing School. The Quintera Legacy Garden Project opened in 2020. It is a musical garden, complete with new trees and vegetation, green spaces, a small community multi-use stage, and outdoor instruments near the existing Variety Park location. Nestled along the north shore of Glenmore Reservoir, the Glenmore Sailing Club is one of Calgary's most inviting waterfront landmarks, a place where calm water, open sky, and the rhythm of the wind create a unique pocket of activity and community within the city. Founded in 1959, the club has become a gathering point for sailors of all ages, from beginners learning their first tack to seasoned racers gliding confidently across the reservoir. On summer days, the shoreline is dotted with colorful sails moving across the water like bright brushstrokes against the blue. Walking past the club feels peaceful yet alive. You'll hear the soft clinking of halyards on masts, the shuffle of boats being prepared, and the quiet hum of the wind sweeping across the reservoir. The long docks stretch into the water, offering some of the best sunset views in the area, where golden light meets the gentle waves. The club is more than a place for sailing. It's a community hub. Children take summer sailing camps, families gather on the lawn to watch races, and evening breezes fill the sails during weekday programs. Even if you're not sailing, the area around the club is a beautiful spot for walking, photography, or simply enjoying the lakeside atmosphere. Seen from the nearby trail, the Glenmore Sailing Club adds a sense of motion and color to the reservoir, a reminder that recreation and nature can blend seamlessly. As boats glide quietly across the water, the whole scene becomes part of what makes Glenmore Reservoir special, active, scenic, and quietly inspiring. Then comes autumn, calm and cinematic. The path turns to copper and gold, trees dropping their leaves like slow-motion confetti. The air grows sharper, and footsteps sound louder on the wooden boardwalks. From the high lookout points, the reservoir glows with reflected sky, a quiet kingdom caught between seasons, holding its breath before winter comes. Tucked along the southwestern edge of Glenmore Reservoir, the Blue Heron picnic site is a peaceful little hideaway where forest, water, and open sky meet. It's one of those places that feels quietly removed from the city, even though it sits right within Calgary's park system. In the fall, the Blue Heron picnic site becomes one of the quietest and most beautiful corners of North Glenmore Park, a small forested haven transformed by color, light, and the gentle calm of the changing season. The moment you step into the clearing, the world feels softer. Leaves drift slowly from the tall poplars and aspens overhead, carpeting the picnic area in warm shades of gold, amber, and rust. The air carries that crisp, comforting scent of autumn, cool, dry, and edged with the sweetness of fallen leaves warmed by the afternoon sun. The forest around the site glows as the season deepens. Tree trunks stand dark against bright foliage, and every breeze sends a new swirl of color dancing through the air. Sunlight filters through the thinning canopy, scattering gentle patches of light across the picnic tables and the forest floor. Even the shadows feel warm, stretched long and peaceful between the trees. A short walk toward the reservoir reveals one of fall's quiet joys. Glimpses of blue water framed by golden leaves. The shoreline grasses turn deep copper, and waterfowl gather in the calm coves as they prepare for migration. Sometimes the scene is so still that the water reflects the colors perfectly, an autumn mirror tucked behind the trees. Visitors move more slowly here in fall. A family shares a warm drink on a picnic bench. A couple pauses to take photos of the glowing trees. A lone walker stops to feel the breeze drift through the clearing, listening to the soft rustle of leaves around them. Autumn light has its own personality, soft, angled, unhurried. It filters through the thinning canopy, creating moving patches of warmth along the trail. Afternoon sunlight glows against the golden leaves, turning simple moments like passing under a tree or stepping onto an open path into quiet scenes of beauty. Even the shadows feel gentle, stretched long and calm across the ground. As you walk closer to the viewpoints, the world opens wide. The reservoir below reflects the muted blue of the fall sky, sometimes rippled by migrating waterfowl resting before their long journey south. The shoreline grasses turn warm shades of rust and copper, bending gently in the breeze. From the ridge, the valley looks like a tapestry of fading green, bright yellow, and the occasional deep red of a stubborn shrub that refuses to let go of summer. Autumn slows everything down. The trees turn gold, the air becomes crisp, and each step feels like walking through a painting. Views across the reservoir are especially beautiful. Still water, colorful slopes, and quiet trails. Walking through North Glenmore Park in the fall feels like stepping into a season that is both vibrant and quiet, full of color, yet touched by a sense of gentle farewell. Autumn moves slowly through this ridge overlooking the reservoir, painting each corner of the landscape with its own changing light. The trail begins with the soft crunch of fallen leaves underfoot. Poplars and aspens shimmer in shades of gold, drifting their leaves into the wind like tiny lanterns. The air carries that unmistakable autumn scent, cool, crisp, and edged with the dry sweetness of sun-warmed leaves. Even familiar paths feel new again, reshaped by the season's colors. North Glenmore Park offers some of the most peaceful picnic spots and family-friendly spaces in Calgary. Quiet corners tucked among tall trees, open lawns overlooking Glenmore Reservoir, and playground areas filled with gentle energy and laughter. You may pass other walkers, but fall brings a certain kind of quiet companionship. People seem to speak a little softer, linger a little longer at the viewpoints, and take in the scenery with a sense of appreciation that only autumn inspires. A jogger pauses to watch geese fly overhead. A couple sits on a bench, wrapped in jackets, sharing a peaceful silence. A lone dog walker stops to feel the breeze drift through the valley. As the afternoon deepens, the park begins to glow. The sun dips lower, catching the tops of the trees and turning the leaves into molten gold. Warm light slides across the reservoir, reflecting between water and sky. The whole landscape looks almost suspended, a delicate balance between the last warmth of the season and the cool touch of the coming winter. Walking in North Glenmore Park in fall is not just a seasonal experience. It is a moment of transition, a reminder of nature's quiet beauty, and an invitation to slow down. In the soft light, in the drifting leaves, in the calm by the water, fall offers a gentle celebration, a season that asks you to notice, appreciate, and breathe in the world as it changes. Winter transforms the loop completely. Snow covers the shoreline. The reservoir turns silent and pale, and the path becomes calm, clean, and simple. Footsteps crunch, the air is cold, and the whole place feels peaceful in its own way. Weaselhead Natural Environment Park is one of Calgary's most untouched and ecologically rich areas. A rare pocket of wilderness at the mouth of the Elbow River as it flows into Glenmore Reservoir. Known for its dense forests, wetlands, and wide river delta, Weaselhead feels like stepping into a different world, far away from the city, even though it sits inside Calgary's southwest. The park is home to a remarkable variety of wildlife. Deer moving quietly through the trees, beavers shaping the wetlands, songbirds in the willows, and waterfowl gathering along the river. Its trail network winds through mixed spruce and poplar forest, open meadows, boardwalks, and long wooden bridges where you can hear the river beneath your feet. Weasel Head is also an important natural corridor, a place where the landscape is allowed to grow, shift, flood, and recover on its own. In spring, the air smells of fresh meltwater. In summer, the vegetation grows lush and green. In autumn, the valley glows in gold. And in winter, everything settles under a blanket of quiet snow. Whether you're hiking, birdwatching, or simply looking for some peaceful nature inside the city, Weasel Head offers one of Calgary's most immersive outdoor experiences. Wild, calm, and full of life. Winter sunsets in North Glenmore Park feel like quiet conversations between light and snow. As the day begins to fade, the wide slopes of the park soften under a pale afternoon glow, and the frozen reservoir becomes a canvas waiting for the sky to paint its final colors. The moment begins slowly. Cold air settles over the open fields, carrying the faint sound of distant footsteps on packed snow. The tall spruce trees, dark and still, stand like guardians along the ridge. Below, the reservoir lies completely frozen, its surface reflecting hints of the sky. Soft blues, muted purples, the calm silver of winter light. As the sun lowers toward the horizon, everything changes. Shadows stretch long across the path, and the sky begins to warm in gentle waves. First comes the rosy tint, delicate and quiet, brushing the snowbanks and tree branches as if waking them for one last moment of color. Then the golden glow arrives, rich, warm, impossible to ignore, spreading across the frozen water and turning the entire valley into a luminous winter painting. On some evenings, clouds drift in slow motion over the horizon, catching the sun's final rays and scattering them into streaks of orange, pink, and violet. The contrast is striking. Icy ground below, a firelit sky above, and a deep, peaceful stillness in between. Even the wind seems to pause, as though winter itself is watching the sunset unfold. People walking the ridge often stop without speaking, drawn into the quiet beauty of the moment. A lone runner slows to a walk. A family stands by the fence, breath forming soft clouds in the cold air. The world feels calm, balanced, and briefly timeless. And then, as suddenly as it arrived, the color begins to fade. The bright gold softens to amber, then to lavender, and finally to the deep blue of approaching night. The lights of the city begin to glow in the distance, tiny sparks against the darkening sky. Snow crunches underfoot as evening settles in, and the park returns to the stillness that winter knows best. A winter sunset at North Glenmore Park is not just a view. It is a moment of quiet clarity, a reminder that even in the coldest season, beauty arrives gently, generously, and right on time.
我感觉我抱得住。
好嘞，漂亮。
好，
特别中秋节，
中秋快乐！
每个中秋我们都有故事哈。
Whether you're looking for a quiet sunrise walk, a family-friendly cycling route, or a place to watch the sunset over calm water, Glenmore Reservoir offers one of the best outdoor escapes within the city. No matter the season, walking the Glenmore Reservoir is always the same journey, but never the same experience. A full circle of nature right inside the city, changing just enough to make you want to return again.